I'm Joshua Dickey. With almost 20 years of heavy landscape construction and commercial excavation experience, I've decided to take this show on the road. I'm bringing you Outdoor Upgrade. Here we are in White River Junction on 3rd Street. Pretty hilly neighborhood. We got about a 40-foot difference in elevation from the top of the road to the bottom of the road. Rick and Mary Beth gave us a call. They have some drainage issues on this hill, and might be the perfect place to bring Maple Creek Landworks in again and get some StoneMakers work. Get in, get out, probably 3-4 days. Let's go see what Rick has for us. Hey Rick. Good to see you.
See you.
So what do you got?
Well, a little landscaping project. My wife and I have talked for several years about what to do with this hillside.
Wow, look at how bad this walkway is. At first I thought Rick put it in himself, but he actually hired someone else to do it. This thing's wicked scary. Almost 10 degrees pitch from side to side. If Aunt Marge walked on this, she'd probably fall right off. Poor Aunt Marge. So Rick had a couple ideas of things he wanted to do. Right here he wanted to put in a set of stairs. And then along the side of his driveway, he wanted to put in a retaining wall. This would help with the slope and drainage issues. So there's a couple ways. Here we are on day 1 at Rick and Mary Beth's house. We brought in Maple Creek Landworks to put in a wall and a set of stairs.
Let's do it.
We've got to rip out this walkway. This walkway is atrocious. I can't even believe they paid someone to put this in. And look at this. Weeds, you got nice weeds growing in. Look at this gap right here. You know, you can just pull them out. So after meeting with Rick and Mary Beth the other day, what I came up with was we're going to do a StoneMakers wall here. It's going to start right here. It's going to be about 28 inches high at where the stake is, and then it's going to run up along the driveway. It's going to end right about here at 42 inches of height, and it's going to turn in, and there's going to be a set of stairs going here. 6 steps going up to a small landing right before you go up onto their deck. And then on the other side of the steps, we'll also carry that wall out, back, and around, so it'll be like a container for plantings. One of the issues we were facing with the drainage is we had 2 gutters dropping water right behind where the wall was going to be. So we decided to just tie them right into the drainage behind the wall. So these guys are all set working for a little while. I got to run to the hardware store and get some pipe for the drainage. And Nathan is going to drop me off, and I'm going to pick up the dump truck and get some stone for drainage. The crew got started digging the area where the wall was going to be, getting it ready to be prepped.
Johnny, don't put me out of a job. Lunchtime, man.
Once Nathan returned, he was able to get started on the forms, and Carl took the gutters off the side of the house. We have a return wall going here. This side is actually going to be carved. In the original design, the wall was supposed to be 36 inches off the driveway, but the driveway wasn't parallel to the house, so we decided to dig it out a little more and make it match. So the soil isn't too good. It's really fine silt sand. It almost acts as clay. It's got a lot of clay-like tendencies when it gets wet. So what we're going to do is we're actually excavating an extra foot back behind the wall so we can drop 3/4 inch drainage stone behind. Then we'll have our pipe on the bottom that'll carry any excess water. What we want to do is, we got this big slope of a hill coming down. We want to eliminate any hydraulic pressure. So we got a drain pipe going along the back that's going to go to a carrier pipe that's actually going to drop the water on a different part of the property. They're putting a sock over the drainage pipe to keep silt from getting in it. Comes in a 100-foot roll. We just roll it over our perf pipe, and it'll keep all the fine material from getting down in and clogging up the pipe, which would obviously stop the drainage. So Maple Creek doesn't typically use these type of forms on their StoneMakers walls, but just to keep it clean behind for the drainage pipe, they're going to use these. So when they pour tomorrow, about 2.5 hours after they pour, what they'll do is they'll lift these right out and remove them, and then they'll fill back in with the drainage stone that they want to go over the pipe, and it'll just keep it a lot neater, a lot crisper. It'll look good. When Rick moved into the house 14 years earlier, he put in his own set of steps, and we kept running into the old remnants.
Oh, hey, there's some crushed stone inside of it.
So on this set of stairs, what we have is six steps going up. Tread height is going to be 7 inches, and tread depth is going to be 16 inches. Now, normal tread height is 7 to 8 inches, so we're right in there. And tread depth is typically 13 inches, so we're a little long there because we want Aunt Marge's feet to feel a little comfortable as she's walking up the stairs, or anybody else for that matter. So what we decided to do to shore up the wall and make sure it doesn't lean either way is put in some dead man. I have no clue why they're called dead men. So we're gonna put we have one here, we're gonna put one on each end, and then we'll be nice and solid for when we start throwing our 4,000 pound per cubic yard concrete up against this wall. Both here and here. We're just getting to the end of our excavation for our stairs, and then as soon as Johnny gets done digging the trench out in front of the wall, we're going to start rebarring. You just want me to pile it somewhere? Be more work for the 22-year-old. He made a couple appearances today. It looked as if he was going to work. So we got too much dirt, so what I did is I called the homeowner real quick to see where he wanted us to put it, and he said put it right over here on the edge of the driveway because he's got some low spots in the backyard he wants his 22-year-old to fill. So we're wrapping up day one. We got the trench dug. We got our rebar, our vertical rebars in. We're putting in the horizontal rebar now. As soon as Carl gets done with this form over here, we're gonna dig the trench just a little further, and then we're gonna call it a day. Can't wait to see how it goes tomorrow. Morning, we're here on day 2 at Rick and Mary Beth's. We got the form in. Today's where the magic happens. By the end of today, the wall will be in, the stairs will be in, they'll be textured. It'll just look like a gray wall, but it'll be in today. The crew from Maple Creek got here early and got started. They're over here. Let's introduce them. This first one here with the black hat on is Johnny. Up top, that's Carl. Down here is Nathan. And right over here, we got Chris from Whittaker. He's from southern New Hampshire. He's a StoneMakers dealer that came up to help out today on this project. And then we also got Corey coming from StoneMakers. He's going to be pretty much running everything that goes on here today. Actually a little warm this morning.
No.
Minivan Corey's in. Once Corey arrived, they took a few minutes to get him up to speed on the project, and then he quickly acclimated. For this project, we used number 3 rebar. You see it webbed under the stairs and webbed all over the place in the wall. The steel gives our concrete quite a bit more strength. It's kind of like the bones in your body. Once the concrete truck arrives, it gets real busy, so we decided to take a few moments to streamline everything we could before it got there. So the concrete's running late. We're all just sitting around, pretty much just waiting. Everything's been picked up, everything's been done. All we need is some crete. That's it.
Yeah.
An hour later, the concrete finally rolled in. So the concrete's here. Corey just checked the slump, so now he's going to dump in the wall builder, which is the secret ingredient to the StoneMakers process. So we're just about ready to get started. They started to pour a little bit of concrete, but it was just a little too dry. So what they did is they added a little more of the StoneMakers wall builder mix, and now they're just about to where they want it. So they're going to cruise right along. It's exciting because it's going to go fast. Pretty much within a couple hours, we're going to have a wall and a set of stairs. Going good! You can see right now it's sitting right at that stage where it looks like a big pile of you-know-what. This is that time when we're happy the customer's not home looking because they're like, oh my God, we didn't want this. So, but by the time the customer gets home, it'll look just like a rock wall. We got Nathan up there working on the landing. He needs about an 1/8 to a 1/4 inch pitch on that, just to keep the water from sitting on it in the wintertime.
I didn't dare cut it. It's getting textured.
Yep, with the flat.
The crew had to put the walls in next to the stairs first, because once the stairs were in, it would cut off their access to the walls. They wouldn't have been able to carve and texture. Worried. This job has been going too smoothly, and Murphy's Law hasn't shown up yet, so we might have a problem.
Concrete's drying up, but we're all set. We're basically re-emulsifying as we go here, and the wall's starting to take shape. You know, we're just moving down the wall, plaster it up, and we'll be ready to carve soon and do the steps. So right now it's just the big crunch time, I guess. As soon as I finish this wall, I'm gonna work my way right around if you want to work your way this way.
Sun's out drying up the concrete, we gotta move. This here is what they call wall finish. Basically how we're using it is we're reconstituting the concrete that's starting to dry up, and then we're gonna put it on the front of the wall and the top of the wall kind of as a plaster layer. It'll make it able for us to carve later.
Spray this, spray this.
He's texturing the landing. He's already carved the wall. He's getting ready to texture that. And then right at the end of that, they're gonna carve the other side of the wall, and they're gonna start setting the stairs.
It's looking good.
So as you can see, this is a lot like the last project we did at Chris and Linda's, with the exception of the fact that we're putting in stairs here. It's carving, it's texturing, it's plastering, bagging, and then tomorrow when we're done, we'll come in and we'll hit it with color, and that's when the rock texture will really pop out at you and look like real stone.
I have enough for the steps. And obviously I'm not gonna have like down to the handful of perfect.
As Nathan and Corey were wrapping up the wall around the stairs, they weren't expecting the problem just around the corner. So we had a problem. Right at the top of the chute, there's a baffle that keeps the wet concrete from coming out too fast. So the concrete sat up there for about an hour, and it got way too hard. So when he went to pour more concrete out, there was a big glob in the top. Can't have that happen. So it took us about 25 minutes to get it out. So, but we're back on track now. I'm helping out with the bagging process here. This is the first step to the texturing. What it does is it pulls the cream up, gets it prepared for the texture.
Same with like when I'm carboning. Sometimes it almost wants to just peel off.
A lot of sweat and hard work, but it pays off. It's actually looking like something.
It was time for the concrete truck to go. He had dropped more than enough for us to finish the stairs, so the crew kept plugging away at it. Here is I'm taking the texture trowel, which gives you the grooves, as you can see, all the little grooves that we're going to stamp into the concrete. This is, in the end, this is what gives us that rock feel. You know, we can carve it, we can make it the shape of a stone, but this is what makes it feel like real stone. So after tomorrow, when we come in and we stain it, the stain will get in these deep crevices and really show the depth and the structure of the texture. It'll look pretty sweet. The forms worked perfectly, and Carl got started taking them out. Right now what I'm doing is I'm brushing finish in. When Corey went through and he carved it, it kind of crumbled the mix a little bit, so it leaves the joints a little sandy or a little dusty. I want to go in and get that out. So I put a little bit of wall finish on the brush, and I run it through, and it basically re-emulsifies it and smooths it out, so it looks more like a rock joint. We're wrapping up day 2. We're almost done texturing the stairs. We got to pull out this excess concrete, and we're going to throw some gravel behind the wall for drainage, and then pretty much call it a day. Come back tomorrow, do the cleanup, get some plants in behind this wall, and spruce it all up and get it ready for the final reveal with the stain. It'll look all awesome.
Today was a really good day. As you can see, we came out with an awesome product. Today was real hot, so we ran into some somewhat trouble during the day. Really nothing new for StoneMakers. We get right through it. Everyone worked really hard, and that's what really makes the wall come through, is everyone working together. You know, during the middle of the day, I'm sure you saw it looked, wow, I don't know if this is going to get done, but it did. Everyone stuck to their guns, and we came out with an awesome product today.
Here we are on the 3rd and final day of this episode. It's already 80 degrees out. It's just before 7 o'clock. We're trying to beat the heat. It's going to be almost 100 today, so we don't want to be out here in that. We've got to clean up this dirt, get the plants replanted. We've got to touch up the wall a little bit before we stain it. Got to get the excess dirt out. We want to be out of here by lunch because we don't want to be working in 100+ degrees.
I just finished running the grinder over the stone wall, just trying to clean up some of the grout lines, clean off any concrete that may have gotten spilled or that's susceptible to chipping. Basically just trying to clean it up, make it look like it's all natural stone.
So what we had Nathan do was blow off the wall with a blower to get all the little grit out of the joints, because that stuff gets stuck in the brushes when we're staining it. So it's just a pre-cleaning precaution. And then over here we got Johnny and Carl. They're picking up this excess dirt. The homeowner decided he didn't want it, so we're just dumping it out in the woods out back.
Hot out here. Johnny, want some of this?
It's damn hot out here. It's damn hot. I can't take it.
Eventually, it's right or wrong.
Thank you, Johnny, for saying
The
something.
heat done went to our brains. We started talking about things like right and wrong, absolute truth. We started philosophizing on the job site for almost an hour. What were we thinking? It's wrong, we get it.
No, it's not even in the conversation anymore. I'm kidding, yeah.
So here we are, we got Johnny and Carl. They're working on the bed that's going on top of the wall. We're gonna replant those 4 hostas that we took out the other day, just to give it a little color. The guys that are bringing the bark mulch should be here in about a half hour, 45 minutes. And then this is really gonna start to look finished once we get that up here. We're almost done. So these hostas have been out of water for 2 days, so we got to make sure we get them in deep and get them hydrated. The roots are pretty dry, so they're pretty hardy plants, but everything needs water, even us. What Nathan's doing is he's going in with the grinder and he's actually cutting a joint in the sides and underneath each of the steps. So it looks as if the steps are stacked on top of each other. Johnny wrapped up the hostas. Nathan was picking up stain. And Carl was working on his water relocation contraption.
Still hot.
So we're on one of the final stages. We're just throwing some mulch out here to get a little bit of contrast to the dirt. Dirt doesn't look good, mulch looks much better. Nathan is applying a solvent-based sealant to the landing and the stairs, and we're standing back a bit, and you see he's wearing a breather. That's because this stuff is pretty potent. It'll put you right in the hospital. It's been almost 100 degrees all day today, so we're ready to get out of here. We're done. I'm going home to swim in the pool, and we'll come back later and check in with the customers. So we're back. Went home, chilled in the pool for a couple hours to beat the heat. Remember, we left this afternoon because it was almost 100 degrees. We got out early. Real quick, 3 days ago, all we had was a nasty hill, weeds, a walkway that you wouldn't want anybody to walk on, let alone Aunt Marge. And now we've got this beautiful concrete wall that looks like stone, beautiful stairs going up, and that's in 3 days, start to finish. Get in, dig it out, pour it, stain it, seal it, clean up, and leave. Let's go check in with the customers. Hey Rick,
Joshua?
why don't you come out and take a look at what we got?
Okay. Wow.
So Rick, what do you think?
This is really impressive, Joshua. This is really something. 3 days ago, I wouldn't have believed it. I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, the colors came out really good. We got a good contrast here.
Yeah, it's a nice blend. I mean, it looks a lot like the native rock, the stuff that you guys dug out the other day. It really does, works nice with the rest of the landscape.
Yeah, 3 days. 3 days ago, you had that nasty hill full of weeds and that walkway that you wouldn't want anybody to walk on, and now you have a beautiful concrete wall and stairs, all one piece.
Yeah, the steps that we wanted so much back into the hillside are there, and that's important.
So what do you think day 2, when you left day 2, there was nothing here, and 8 hours later when you come back, you got a wall?
I kind of had a sense because the form was up. I could see the rebar, and I said, "Oh yeah, that's the way it's going to sit. That's where it'll be." But I didn't expect what I saw when we turned the corner that night, Tuesday night, and saw the wall up. It was really, really impressive.
Well, Rick, you've been upgraded.
Thank you, sir.
This is Joshua Dickey signing off.